Hello friends, we're back with a new video, and in today's video we'll be covering our top picks for city builders so far of 2022.
Hello once again, and thank you for checking this video out. If you are new to the channel, I am Armea, and together with Vasharal, we are Telplay, a channel dedicated to game of all kinds, from PC to console to even mobile sometimes. We cover it all. If you are looking for reviews, updates, in-game listings just like this, stick around until the end. In today's video, we will be covering our top pick for the best city builder games that you should play in 2022. Stick until the end as we've got some honorable mentions that we also recommend checking.
To be fair, we're not gonna list them as worst to best because this would be unfair for those who actually like the game, but rather place them in a way that we list one that we've played and one that we've not so far. In the end, we'll be playing all of them, especially myself. So, without further extending this intro, let's jump into the listing.
Frostpunk. Frostpunk is a city builder game where your objective is to maintain the heat running in the city so that you can extend the life of your residents, and with each decision you make, you end up either helping them or not. Among the rest of the game that we are about to list, Frostpunk is the only one that follows a campaign where your decision determines the outcome of each mission.
The complexity of the city is bounded by smaller areas in comparison to other city builders in this list, but nevertheless the style and the challenges make it up for an excellent city builder. Keep an eye for Frostpunk 2 as it will release on January the 2nd, 2024, so by then you'll have time to play and maybe even finish Frostpunk.
Dawn of Man. Dawn of Man is a survival city builder from the creators of Planet Base. In Dawn of Man, players have to lead a group of prehistoric settlers who are trying to form a settlement and ensure their survival from the Paleolithic era until the Iron Age. Players build and develop a settlement where their settlers can survive and have a constant supply of food, water, and clothing. They are responsible for guiding their settlers to create a self-sufficient settlement where they can extract resources easily and hunt food for a living. Players also have to survive natural disasters such as blizzards and storm, use weapons to fend off raiders, and defend their settlement from animal attacks.
Although a lot more focuses on the settlement itself and less on the building, this game does a great job at keeping you busy in managing your settlement. What we need to point out is that we found out that the developer for this game have decided to move on with other projects, so who knows if we ever have a sequel or a continuation of the game.
Surviving Mars. You may be a secret admirer of Elon Musk by choosing this game. Surviving Mars is a city building simulation video game that takes place on Mars and is modeled after a real Martian data. The player serves as an overseer who must build a colony on Mars and ensure the survival of the colonists.
As you progress throughout the game, you unlock additional constructions to help your colony sim survive on the harsh environment. At first, when you start the game, you may find yourself confused by the interface, and if you're like me, you may need some time to get adjusted. Nevertheless, the game is well appreciated and loved by many players because it's an overall relaxing and enjoyable experience.
Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. Workers and Resources Soviet Republic is a real-time Soviet-themed city builder tycoon game. In the game, your role is to construct your own republic and transform your poor country into a rich and wealthy industrial one. Although the game has a steeper learning curve for beginners as you get the hang of it, you can expect that as time goes by, the game becomes better and better.
A lot of players have been praising how complex and well thought out the Soviet theme is, and the developers seem to constantly deliver on new content, but do know that this game has been in early access since 2019, although it may be further ahead than other early access games. You can expect regular updates and improvements for this game.
Kingdoms and Castles. Kingdoms and Castles is a city building simulation game about growing your kingdom from a small village to a large city. In the game, you can make trade agreements, alliances, and wage war against neighboring kingdoms. Each villager and resource are individually simulated, so you never get the same things on each kingdom and locations.
What's really interesting about this game is that it seems to have elements that are similar to Anno franchise. So if you're liking the Anno franchise, it's best you give this game a try too. After all, the price that this game comes for is hard to pass.
Vanished. Here is an all-time classic that will not disappoint you. Banished is a great city-building video game that focuses on careful resource management and survival as an isolated and growing society. Its gameplay can be compared with economic theory on sustaining and optimizing. You control the group of exiled travelers who decide to restart their lives in a new land. They have only the clothes on their backs and a cart filled with supplies from their homeland. The townspeople of Banished are your primary resource.
What really makes this game interesting is the survival aspect of the game. Not only you will try to keep your resources in check, but the weather can have a severe impact on your progress. You can sink in this game a good amount of time until you realize it's time to go to bed. Excellent city builder nevertheless, and we wish there were more like this.
Endzone, A World Apart. Endzone is a post-apocalyptic survival city builder where you start a new civilization with a group of people after an ecological disaster. Your role is to build them a new home and ensure their survival in a shattered world, threatened by constant radiation, toxic, rain, sandstorms, and droughts. Like Banished, this game is focused on survival, and it seems to be at the first glance a combination between Frostpunk and Banished. Surviving on the harsh lands has never been any more challenging than this time around, with constant updates to base game and new additional 2 DLCs, first one being Prosperity that came out in 2021 and the most recent one called Distant Places.
The Prosperity DLC contains additional things for your settlements to improve, allowing your city to prosper, hence the name, and evolve into something greater and easier to manage, or so we think. Distant Places DLC offers additional exploration elements, expanding the world around you greater and more interestingly, but not adding anything additionally to the base game. We really think you should give Endzone a try if you loved Banished or Frostpunk, or consider any of the games in this video, as this game has less restrictions with the settlement and focuses on surviving the harsh lands.
Anno 1800. We played and loved Anno since the release of Anno 1602 back in 1998. Back then, the city builders were a lot scarce and Anno by far was one of the best we played. Anno 1800 is a city building real-time strategy video game. It is the 7th game in the Anno series and returns to the use of a historical setting following the last 2 titles, Anno 2070 and Anno 2205, taking place during the Industrial Revolution in the 19th century.
Following the previous installments, the game returns to the series' traditional city building and ocean combat mechanics, but introduces new aspects of gameplay such as tourism, blueprinting, and the elements of industrialization influences on island inhabitants. Anno 1800 provides players ample opportunities to provide their skills as a ruler as they create huge metropolises, plan efficient logistic networks, settle an exotic new continent, send out expeditions around the globe, and dominate their opponents by diplomacy, trades, or warfare. Now, if you love city builders like this one and love to thrive on islands but rather want for a more Hispanic themed game, the next one on our list may satisfy that.
Tropico 4. Vacherel's first Tropico game have been Tropico 2 and my very first was Tropico 4. Tropico has come a long way since the 6th installment is already out. We had to pick one of the best from the series, but you are free to check the comparison between all games and see which one you prefer. We picked Tropico 4 as being the best from the series. Although not the newest of the series, Tropico 4 is a city management and political manipulation game like the first and third games in the series. It centers on customizable main character titled El Presidente, the ruler who runs the island Banana Republic.
We picked Tropico 4 because compared to recent installments, this one finally strikes the perfect balance and feels like the most complete game of the series, after correcting some limitation and adding up some plateaus of useful features, including new types of buildings, natural disasters, international trading systems, ability to appoint ministers, and so on. Alternatively, if you want and can invest in the most recent game, Tropico 6 isn't a bad game at all. It improves on the features Tropico 5 had, adding more building types, rich customization for the dictators, election speeches and agent raids, and so much more. Nevertheless, if you plan to actually pick any of the Tropico games, rest assured that there are DLCs that will enrich your experience.
Cities Skylines. Finally, we've reached the last one on our list, and we couldn't have closed it off if it wasn't to mention this game. Vasural has been a city lover since he got his hands on Transport Tycoon Deluxe back in 1995, and no other game has managed to satisfy that city building appetite as Cities Skylines did it. Cities Skylines is a 2015 city building game developed by Colossal Order and published by Paradox Interactive. The game is a single-player, open-ended city building simulation. Players engage in an urban planning by controlling zoning, road placement, taxation, public services, and public transportation of an area.
With over 30 DLCs, almost reaching 40, this game has a powerhouse of content from university DLC to industrial, introducing of green cities, natural disasters, and great emphasis on transportation of all kinds. This game will keep you up for hours. Additionally, with a massive library of mods from the community, you're in for a long journey of playthrough and fun. This has been my personal favorite city builder, but let me know in the comments which one is yours.
Alright, so by now you can already know that we like to share a few mentions since there is still amazing city builder games out there that didn't make it to our top list.
Timberborn. Timberborn was mentioned previously on our list for most addictive games, and if you're not checked this one out yet, you can do so after watching this video, but to make things easier, I'll put a link that leads you there in the upper right corner. Timberborn is a city builder with a twist where you look after a colony of beavers and help them thrive in the world after humans have run extinct. It made it to this list because the game is still in early access and we can expect it to be here for a while. Nevertheless, this game receives a lot of praise for being addictive and fun even if it's in early access.
Dyson Sphere Program. Dyson Sphere Program is a sci-fi simulation game with space, adventure, exploration, and factory automation elements where you can build your own galactic industrial empire from scratch. In the distant future, the power of science and technology has ushered a new age to the human race. As Timberborn and other games on this mentioned list, this game is in early access since January 2021, and we don't have a certain full release for this game.
Foundation. Foundation is a gridless, laid-back medieval city builder game with a focus on organic development, monument construction, and resource management. Launched back in February of 2019, we're not yet sure when the official full release will take place. All in all, if you're looking for a laid-back city builder, this may be it.
Going Medieval. Going Medieval is a colony building sim about helping a group of settlers survive during a deadly age of history, construct a multi-story fortress in a land reclaimed by wilderness, defend against raids, and keep your villagers happy as their lives are shaped by the world around them. This game stood out to us for its simplistic art style and the fact that we love medieval games. Going Medieval is still in early access since June 2021.
Settlement Survival. If you've been a fan of Banished and wanted something maybe different, Settlement Survival may be a great pick. In the Banished-inspired city builder, lead a group of survivors in their search for a new home. Manipulate landscapes, manage limited supplies, plant crops, hunt wildlife, gather resources, and develop trade routes to build a bustling and unique town. We think this is a great pick, although be warned that this game is in early access since last October and we're waiting for official release.
InfraSpace. A sci-fi city builder where the flow of resources goes through your city's transport infrastructure. Build an extra-solar efficiency utopia from nothing. Start mining operations, plan productions, and lay down transportation routes to ensure a smooth supply chain. This game seems to be inspired a little from Cities Skylines with a futuristic theme in place. Although it's still in early access, you can expect to have a lot of fun in this game, just as much as you would in other city builders.
Frozenheim. Frozenheim is a serene Norse city builder with elaborate management gameplay and RTS tactical combat. Lead your Viking clan through hardship of frozen north, season by season, year after year. Build and survive, set sail and explore and conquer. We don't have many city-emphasized Norse games, so I'm happy to see that we've got this one. Keep an eye for future developments for this game as it's still in early access and will release fully this June 16.
Captain of Industry. Captain of Industry is the most recent city builder on our list that focuses on colony and factory simulation. Along with your loyal crew, expand a small colony of survivors into an industrial empire. From an abandoned island to vast factories, research labs, and space program. Build, mine, farm, shape terrain, explore, trade, and take care of your settlement. It seems like an interesting city builder and we can't wait to see the progress for this game. SimCity 4. The most recent SimCity hasn't been the best city builder if we were to compare it with its predecessors. This is why we had to pick SimCity 4 to taking the spot for best SimCity ever made to date. Although this game may be outdated and visually, it may be a bit more daunting to look as it contains a lot of elements that makes it for a perfect city builder game. If you can ignore the looks and still want to play a really good city builder, your best bet is this game that will satisfy that need. Give SimCity 4 a try if you ever had the chance to do so.
OpenTTD Transport Tycoon Deluxe. I had to make a remark because recently I discovered this game in Steam and I wasn't aware that I would find it. OpenTTD, or Open Transport Tycoon Deluxe, is a business simulation game in which players earn money by transporting passengers and cargo via road, rail, water, and air. It is an open source remake and expansion of the 1995 Chris Sawyer video game Transport Tycoon Deluxe. This game sits to my heart for its complexity and city building aspects, and I can't believe that this game is still getting the love it deserves. Although more focused on transportation, it still holds elements of city building and management. Overall, the way to grow the cities in this game is influenced by transportation and providing each city or village the requirements to grow. Investing in one city's transportation ensures their growth. So it's not a direct city builder as you don't place direct buildings, but you can assist the cities in that manner. Aven Colony. Lastly on our list, Aven Colony. Aven Colony puts you in charge of humanity's first extrasolar settlement, where you build and expand your small colonies into massive sprawling cities, while dealing with challenges faced when settling on a new world. This game reaches last on our list. Although it isn't an early access title, it comes with its flaws. The game is rather short by nature, and as most city builder, this game does not seem to have a big replay value. Players reported finishing the game in about 40 hours mark, with achievements and whatnot, but not finding the sense that it's worth restarting all over, and it's more focused on the campaign than anything else. If you're looking to have a good time, you should definitely check this game out.
So that's all we've got with city builders. What do you think? Did we cover all the games you like? Have we missed something? Let us know in the comments. If you've enjoyed our video and stayed until the end, drop us a like to help us out with the algorithm. And if you're not new to the channel or not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Subscribe and turn on the bell notifications to never miss our upcoming videos.
Thank you for watching another Taleplay video. Once again, my name is Vashal, and together with Armea, we're more than happy to share a new video. We hope that you'll have a lot of fun relaxing in your favorite city builder. Take care and see you soon.